one and all. My name is K. Sri Lakshmi. I am guest DL in Computer Science, TTW RTC Women's Shadnagar College. Okay, today's my seminar topic is transport layer. Because about the transport layer, first of all we discuss OSI and ISO layers. Okay, ISO model layers. In this is the OSI reference model. The International Standard Organization ISO is a multinational body dedicated to worldwide agreement on international standards. Has ISO stands that over all aspects of the network communication is the open system interconnection model. It was first introduction in the last 1970s. The OS connection model has been developed by international standard. It gives a layered network framework that conceptuals was communication between more systems. It was seven interconnection layers. Those layers are OSI model is physical layer, data link layer, network layer, physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer and application layer. In these layers, the first three bottom three layers are network supported layers. The layer manage a physical transfers to data from one device to another device. And the top three levels are user support layers. Those layers are communicate along with unrelated softwares in dissimilar environments. The middle layer is transport layer. This is the heart of the OSI model. Okay, now the functionals of the main functions of each and every layer has follows. Physical layer, its function is to transmit individual bits from one node to another node over a transmission media. And the next layer is data link layer. It is a responsible for reliable transfer of data frames from one node to another node connection by the physical layer. Network layer, it manages the delivery of individual data packs from source to destination through appropriate addressing and routing. Transport layer, it is a responsible for delivery of the entire messages from one source host to destination host. Session layers, it establishes session between user and offer service like dialog box control and synchronization. And next one is presentation layer. It monitors syntax and symmetrics or of transmitted information through translations, composition and encryptions. Last one is application layer. It provides high level application programming interface to the user. In the first three layers are node to node processor, and the last three layers are process to process layers. And the transport layer is like it manages process to process delivery and end to end delivery. This is also called as a host to host communication also. And now we go the transport layer. The transport layer, here what is the transport layer means? The transport layer is a fourth layer of OSI model. Okay now, and it responsible for end to end connection over a network. It is in the transport layer relation between the network layer and session layer. Okay, it provides logical communication between application processor running on different hosts within a layered architecture of protocols and other network components. The transport layer collection messages segments for applications and transmit them into the networks. Okay, here the segments are reassembled in the full-fledged messages and passed to the layered 7. Layer 7 means application layer, and the transport layer is also responsible to manage the error connection, provide quality and reliability to the user. This layer enable to host to send and receive error corrected data. Packages are messages over a network and is the network components that allows the multiplexing. This is the transport layer. Here transport layer is related with the network layer and the application layer. Okay, here application the data divided to segments. Each message is divided to the segments. Okay na? Next one vachesi functions of transport layer. Service point addressing. Transport layer header includes service point address, which is a port address. Each and every message indicate the port address message to the correct process on the computer, unlike network layer, which gets each packet to the correct computer. Okay, next segmentation and reassembling. A message is divided into the segments. Each segment contains a sequence number, which enable this layer in reassembling the message. Message is reassembled correctly upon arrival the destination and replace the packets which were the lost in transmission. Suppose one sender message sends a one message for in middle. Suppose ఏదైనా మెసేజ్ సెండర్ నుంచి రిసీవ్ చేసే టైంలో మిడిల్ ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ టైంలో ఏదైనా డ్రాబ్యాక్ వచ్చినప్పుడు సెగ్మెంటేషన్ నెంబర్ ద్వారా సెగ్మెంటేషన్కి మనము ప్రొవైడ్ చేసిన సీక్వెన్స్ నెంబర్ ద్వారా ఆ మెసేజ్ అనేది డెలివరీ అయిందా లేదా సర్చ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. డెస్టినేషన్ నుంచి మనకి సెండ్ అయిందా లేదా అని రిపోర్ట్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఇన్ కేస్ అది సెండ్ అవ్వకపోతే ఆ మెసేజ్ని రీసెండ్ చేయొచ్చు. ఓకేనా. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ కనెక్షన్ కంట్రోల్. It involves two types. Connection transport layer. Each segment is considered as the independent packet and delivered to the transport layer at the destination mission. Okay. And next one is a connection oriented transport layer. Before delivery a packet, connection is made with the transport layer at the destination mission. Next one, flow control. In this layer, flow control is performed end to end. Okay. And last one is error control. Error control is performed end to end in this layer to ensure that the complete message arrived at the receiving transport layer without any error. Error correction is done through in retransmission. This is the transport layer. Here this is one host and this is one host. Those logical connections between the process running on the different hosts. Okay na. Next one, here transport layer relation between the network layer and session layer. This is the transport layer. Next one, transport layer responsibilities. The transport layer is a second layer of TCP/IP model. Okay, it is an end-to-end layer using the deliver message to a host. It is termed as an end-to-end layer because it provides a point-to-point communication rather than hip-to-hip. between the source host to destination host to deliver the service reliable. The unit of data encapsulation in transport layer is a segment. The standard protocol used by the transport layer to enhance the functionalities are TCP, Transmission Control Protocol, UDP, User Datagram Protocol, and DCCP, Datagram Consumption Control Protocol, etc. Okay, here various responsibilities of a transport layer. Those are process to process delivery, end to end connection between hosts, and multiplexing and demultiplexing, and traffic control, consumption control, data integrity and error corrections, and flow control. First responsibility is a process to process delivery. Here data link layer requires a MAC address of source to destination host to currently deliver a frames. Okay, in data I mean ఏదైనా అడ్రస్ని కానీ ఏదైనా మెసేజ్ని మనము హోస్ట్ టు హోస్ట్ సెండ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఆ డేటా అనేది ఫ్రేమ్ రూపంలో ఫ్రేమింగ్ చేసుకొని ఫ్రేమింగ్గా డివైడ్ అయ్యి ఈచ్ ఫ్రేమ్ సెండ్ అవుతుంది. అండ్ హియర్ ఆల్సో నెట్వర్క్ లేయర్ రిక్వైర్స్ ద IP అడ్రస్ ఫర్ ద అప్రోప్రియేట్ రూటింగ్ ఆఫ్ ప్యాకెట్స్. హియర్ ఆల్సో డేటా లింక్ లేయర్లో మెసేజ్ అనేది ఫ్రేమ్స్గా ఎలా డివైడ్ చేసామో నెట్వర్క్ లేయర్లో కూడా మెసేజెస్ అనేది ప్యాకెట్స్ రూపంలో డివైడ్ చేస్తాం. ఇన్ ఏ సిమిలర్ వే ఆఫ్ ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ లేయర్ రిక్వైర్స్ port number of the current delivered to the segment of data to correct process among the multiprocessor running on a particular host. Data link layer lo frames ga and network layer lo packets ga and the transport layer lo messages segments ga pass అవుతాయి. ఒక హోస్ట్ నుంచి another host కి segments రూపంలో మెసేజ్ అనేది డెలివరీ అవుతుంది. Next one, end-to-end connection between hosts. The transport layer is also responsible for the creating end-to-end connection between the host. For each, it mainly use TCP and UDP. In TCP is a secure connection-oriented protocol which uses a handshake protocol to establish the robust connection between two end hosts. TCP ensures reliable delivery of message and is used in various applications. And the TCP వచ్చేసి సెక్యూర్ అనమాట. దీంట్లో ఈ TCP అనేది ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ లేయర్కి హ్యాండ్ షేక్గా క్లోజెస్ట్గా ఉంటుంది. ఈ క్లోజెస్ట్గా ఉండడం వల్ల టూ కనెక్షన్స్ మధ్య ప్రోటోకాల్ని ఈజీగా ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేయొచ్చు. అండ్ ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ UDP. UDP ఈజ్ ఏ అదర్ హ్యాండ్ ఈజ్ ఏ stateless of unreliable protocol which ensure best effect delivery. It is a suitable of the application which have little concern with flow or error control and required to send the block of data like video conference. It is often used to multicasting protocol. And next one is multiplexing and demultiplexing. Here multiplexing allows simultaneously use to different applications over a network which is running on a host. Those transport layers provides this machine which enables us to send packet streams from various applications simultaneously over a network. Okay, a transport layer accepts those packets from different processes differentiated by their port numbers and passes them to the network layer after adding proper headers. Okay na? ఈ ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ లేయర్లో మనం సెండ్ చేసిన సెగ్మెంట్స్కి పోర్ట్ నెంబర్స్ ఇస్తాం. ఆ పోర్ట్ నెంబర్స్ అన్నీ నెట్వర్క్ లేయర్కి ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ అవుతాయి. Simultaneously, demultiplication is required at the receiver side to the data coming from the various processes. Transport receives the segments of data from the network layer and deliver to the appropriate process running the receiver mission. Here this is the మల్టీప్లెక్సర్లో డేటాని డిఫరెంట్ ప్లేసెస్ నుంచి మనం రిసీవ్ చేసుకొని ఒక కేబుల్ ద్వారా మనం డేటా సెంటర్ నుంచి ఏ ప్లేస్కి మనం రిసీవ్ చేస్తామో, అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుంది, డిఫరెంట్ ప్లేసెస్ నుంచి మనం మల్టీప్లెక్సర్కి అంటే మెనీ టు వన్ ప్రాసెస్ జరుగుతుంది. అదేవిధంగా డేటా ఎలా రిసీవ్ చేస్తాం, ఒక కేబుల్ రూపంలో డీమల్టీప్లెక్స్కి సెండ్ చేసిన తర్వాత అది డిఫరెంట్ ప్లేసెస్కి రిసీవ్ అవుతుంది. అప్పుడు ఇక్కడ మల్టీప్లెక్స్ దగ్గర ఏం జరుగుతుంది, 1 to many జరుగుతుంది. ఓకేనా. మల్టీప్లెక్స్ ఈజ్ ఏ మెనీ టు వన్ ప్రాసెసర్, డీమల్టీప్లెక్స్ ఈజ్ ఏ 1 to many ప్రాసెసెస్. ఓకేనా. Next one is consumption control. Here consumption control is a situation in which two main sources over a network attempt to send data and the router buffer starting overflow due to the which loss of a packets occur. Start. Then transmission of packets from the source increases the consumption further. In this situation, the transport layer provides consumption control in the different ways. It uses open loop consumption control and to prevent the consumption and closed loop consumption control to remove the consumption in a network once it's occur. TCP provides additive increase multiplicative decreases the bucket technique for the consumption control. Next one is data integrity and error correction. The transport layer is the main function is error correction. Okay, transport layer checks for errors in the message coming from the application layer by using error detection code. Okay, computing checksum is a binary bit process. Okay, it checks whether the received data is not corrupted and uses the ACK and NACK services to information the sender if the data has arrived or not and check for the integrity of data. చెక్సమ్లోని డేటాని మనము కాంప్లిమెంటేషన్ డేటా రూల్ని యూజ్ చేసి చెక్సమ్లో బైనరీ డేటాస్ మధ్య ప్రాసెస్ అనేది ఆపరేటింగ్ అనేది చేస్తాం. ఓకేనా. ఈ చెక్సమ్లో 2 ఫ్రేమ్స్లో ఉన్న డేటాస్ మధ్య ఎడిషనల్ ఆపరేషన్ జరిగి చెక్సమ్కి ఎడిషనల్గా అంటే ఒరిజినల్ డేటాకి ఎడిషనల్గా ఇంకో డూప్లికేట్ డేటా సెండర్ దగ్గర ఎరేజ్ అవుతుంది. అలా డూప్లికేషన్ డేటా ఎరేజ్ అయిన తర్వాత అది రిసీవర్కి సెండ్ అయ్యి రిసీవర్ ఏదైతే డూప్లికేషన్ డేటా ద్వారా మనము ఒరిజినల్ డేటాని సెండ్ చేసామో దాన్ని ఐడెంటిఫై చేసి మనం చెక్సమ్ ద్వారా పంపించిన చెక్సమ్ అనేది ఎర్రర్ డిటెక్షన్ టెక్నిక్ అనమాట. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఏ ఎర్రర్ డిటెక్షన్ టెక్నిక్. ఆ ఎర్రర్ డిటెక్షన్ టెక్నిక్ యూజ్ చేసి నాకు ఒరిజినల్ డేటా రిసీవ్ అయిందో లేదో రిసీవర్ కన్ఫర్మ్ చేస్తాడు. ఇఫ్ ఇన్ ద బైనరీ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఆల్ జీరోస్ ఆర్ resultant in the checksum, the original data is transfer just ante. Next one, flow control. The transport layer provides a flow control mechanism between the adjacent layers of the TCP/IP model. TCP also prevent data loss due to a fast sender and slow receiver by some flow control techniques. It uses the method of sliding window protocol, which is accomplished by the receiver by sending a window back to the sender, informing the size of data it can receive. Here flow control at the transport layer. The transport layer at the communication at the transport layer, we are dealing with the four entities. What are those? Sender processor, sender transport layer, receiver transport layer, and receiver processor. Those are sender and receiver. Okay na? Encapsulation, to sending from one process to another. The transport layer protocol encapsulation and decapsulation messages. Encapsulation having encapsulation happens at the sender city. When a processor has a message to send, it processes the message to the transport layer along with the pair of socket address. Okay? And some other pieces of information which depend on the transport layer protocol. And the transport layer receives the data and transport layer header. Okay, this is the transport. Okay. Wait. Here, this is the transport layer header. The packets at the transport layer in the internet or datagrams, segments or packets, depending on what transport layer protocol we use. In general discussion, we refer to the transport layer payloads as a packets. Okay, in description layer, here in the description layer, at the receiver happens at the receiver side. When the message arrives at the destination transport layer, the header is dropped and the transport layer delivers the message to the process running at the application layer. Okay, and the sended socket address is the process in case it needs to the respond to the message received. And the next topic in the transport layer, in the last topic in the transport layer, is connections is a connectionless and connection oriented protocols. Those two types. Okay, and here the transport layer, like a network layer protocol, can provide two types of services, connectionless and connection oriented. The nature of those services at the transport layer, however, is different from one at the network layer. And at the network layer is a connectionless service may mean different paths from different datagrams belong into the same message. Okay, at the transport layer, we are not connected about the physical paths of packets. Connectionless services, transport layer means independency between packets. Connection oriented means dependency. Okay na, in here the connectionless services is a independent, but connection oriented is a dependent services. Okay, next one, the connection oriented services. Here the connection oriented services TCP perform. TCP means transport control protocol, transmission control protocol. Data communication in the full duplex method. In full duplex means sending and receiving at a time. Okay na, by sending or receiving is two actions are at a time. Okay na, here that is both the sender and receives processes can be sending segments simultaneously. For connection established in the full duplex method, a 4-way protocol can be used this. However, the second and third steps can be combination to form a 3-way handshaking protocol with the following 3 steps. What is those 3 steps? Step 1, the client sends in the connection oriented service. Here the SYN is a one segment which includes source and destination part numbers. Okay na, and an initial sequence number ISN. Okay na, ISN means initialization sequence number, which is essentially the data number to be sent from the client to server. Okay na. Step 2, the server sent a segment. This one, the server sent a segment which is 2 in 1 segment. Okay, it acknowledgement the receipt of the previous segments, and it also acts as a initialization segment for the server. Next, the third step is the sending ASK segment. It is another segment which acknowledgement the receipt of the second segment. Similarly, the connection transmission, the 4-hand shake protocol, it necessary of the transmission of a connection in both direction has shown. Okay, the 4th step are as follows. Step 1, the client sends a segment, FIN segment, to the server. This is the client and this is server. The client sends the FIN segment to the server. Step 2, the server sends the ACK. Here ACK indicate the receipt from the FIN segment, and the segment also acts as initialization segment for the server. Okay na, ఇక్కడ నుంచి FIN అనే సెగ్మెంట్ సర్వర్కి మనం సెండ్ చేసిన తర్వాత సర్వర్ నుంచి మనకు ACK అనే ఎక్నాలెడ్జ్మెంట్ సెగ్మెంట్ అనేది క్లయింట్కి రిసీవ్ అవుతుంది. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ స్టెప్ 3, ద సర్వర్ కెన్ స్టిల్ కంటిన్యూ ద సెండ్ డేటా వెన్ ద డేటా ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ ఈజ్ కంప్లీట్. It sends a FIN segments to the client. Okay, next the fourth step is the client sends the ACK segment which acknowledgement to the receipt of the FIN segment sent by the server. Here this is the client server, this is the client and this is server. ఒక క్లయింట్ నుంచి FIN అనే సెగ్మెంట్ సర్వర్కి పంపించినప్పుడు సర్వర్కి రిసీవ్ అయిన తర్వాత సర్వర్ ACK అనే సెగ్మెంట్ని క్లయింట్కి సెండ్ చేస్తుంది. అలాగే క్లయింట్ ఎట్ ఏ టైమ్ టు దే ఇది ఫుల్ డూప్లెక్స్ కాబట్టి సర్వర్ నుంచి కూడా ఏదైనా FIN అనే సెగ్మెంట్ మెసేజ్ క్లయింట్కి పంపించినప్పుడు క్లయింట్ కూడా తన ఎక్నాలెడ్జ్మెంట్ సెగ్మెంట్ని సర్వర్కి పాస్ చేస్తాడు. దిస్ ఈజ్ ద కనెక్షన్ ఓరియంటెడ్ సర్వీస్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ రిలయబుల్ కమ్యూనికేషన్. Reliable communication. To ensure reliable, to a TCP perform flow control, error control and congestion control. Here flow control. TCP use byte oriented slides window protocol, which allows efficient transmission of the data, and at the same time the destination host is not over has shown in the figure. The receiver has a buffer size of 8k bits. After receiving 4k bits, after receiving 4k bits, the window size is reduced to 4k bytes. After receiving another 3k bits, the window size reduced the 1k bit. After the buffer gets empty of 4k, after receives the buffer gets empty by 4k bits, the window size increases to 7k bytes. So it may be noted that the window size is totally controlled by the receiver window size, okay, which can be increased or decreased dimensionally by the destination. The destination host can be sent the acknowledgement anytime, okay, every time and anytime. And the next one is error control. Error control in the TCP includes machine for the detecting and corrected segments with the help of checksum field. Now, acknowledgement method is used to confirm the receipt of uncorrupted data. If the acknowledgement is not received before the time, but before the timeout, it is the consumed the data, or the acknowledgement has been corrupted or lost. It may be noted that there is no negative acknowledgement in the TCP. It follows the timer has used by TCP, retransmission, persistency, keep alive, time wasted. Okay, it is used during the connection transmission. This is the transport layer. Thank you for this giving opportunity.